Hello, and a very warm welcome to all of you seeking not just knowledge, but practical, transformative wisdom. Today, we're embarking on a profound journey into the heart of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that is strikingly relevant, perhaps even essential, for navigating the complexities of our modern lives. This isn't a dusty academic lecture. This is a toolkit for living, a wellspring of Stoic motivation designed to immediately change your life for the better, fostering an unshakable inner resilience and a profound sense of purpose. In a world that often feels like a relentless tide of information, demands, and uncertainties, it's easy to feel adrift, anxious, or perpetually restless. We're constantly bombarded with external pressures, the latest news cycle, social media comparisons, economic anxieties, or personal setbacks. Many of us find ourselves reacting to life rather than truly living it, chasing fleeting highs and avoiding inevitable lows. But what if there was a way to cultivate an inner fortress, a calm core that remains untouched by external storms? What if you could find deep, sustainable motivation not from fleeting external rewards, but from within yourself? This is the promise of Stoicism. It's a practical, actionable philosophy that doesn't ask you to ignore your emotions, but to understand and master them. It teaches you to distinguish between what you can control and what you cannot, and to focus your energy where it truly matters. Today, we're going to unpack 12 core Stoic lessons. Each one is a potent insight, backed by centuries of human experience, designed to immediately shift your perspective, empower your actions, and ignite a powerful, enduring form of inner motivation. These are not just ideas, they are practices, mental models, and daily exercises that, when integrated into your life, can profoundly transform how you think, feel, and act. Get ready to activate your inner Stoic and reclaim your peace, your power, and your true direction. Let's begin. Lesson 1. Understand the dichotomy of control. The ultimate freedoms, which this is where all Stoic wisdom begins, the foundational principle articulated with stunning clarity by Epictetus. Some things are within our control, and some things are not. Take a moment and let that sink in. How much of your daily stress, anxiety, frustration, and even anger stems from trying to control things that are, by their very nature, uncontrollable? Think about it. The weather. You can complain about rain on your picnic, but it won't stop the downpour. Your mood, however, is entirely up to you, other people's opinions or actions. You can't force someone to like you, agree with you, or behave a certain way. You can only control your own reactions to them. Past events. The past is unchangeable. Regretting yesterday's mistake won't alter it, but learning from it and choosing a different action today entirely within your power. Future outcomes. While you can influence the future with your actions, you cannot guarantee specific results. The economy, a job promotion, a relationship's longevity. These are subject to myriad external factors, your body's aging or illness. You can live healthily, but you cannot stop the natural process of aging or guarantee perfect health forever. Your attitude towards these changes, however, is your choice. The Stoics are just to draw a sharp, clear line. On one side are the externals, the indifferents, things we can influence but not control. On the other side are our internals, our true domain, our judgments, our desires, our aversions, and our actions. Your character, your choices, your efforts, your responses to circumstances. These are your exclusive territory. When you internalize this dichotomy, a profound liberation occurs. You stop wasting precious mental and emotional energy fighting unwinnable battles. You shed the burden of responsibility for things that are simply not yours to command. Instead, you focus your laser-like attention and energy on cultivating your own virtue, making wise choices, and responding skillfully and rationally to whatever life throws your way. This isn't about being passive or uncaring. It's about being strategically effective. It's about recognizing your true sphere of influence, and investing your priceless resources there. The immediate change, a significant reduction in anxiety and an incredible surge of Stoic motivation to master your inner world. This is the first step towards unshakable inner peace. Lesson 2. Focus on virtue as the sole good, your unshakable internal compassion. A society that often equates good with external markers, wealth, fame, beauty, pleasure, power. The Stoics offer a radical counter-definition. For them, the ultimate good, the only truly valuable thing in life, is virtue. And virtue in Stoicism isn't just about being a nice person or adhering to a rigid moral code. It's about living in alignment with your highest rational nature, cultivating excellence in your character. This encompasses for cardinal qualities, wisdom, prudence, not just intellectual knowledge, but the practical wisdom to discern what is good, bad, and indifferent. The ability to make sound judgments in complex situations. Knowing how to act appropriately, justice, treating others fairly, with integrity, honesty, and compassion, acting for the common good and recognizing our shared humanity. Courage, fortitude, not just physical bravery, but the moral courage to face fear, adversity, pain, and difficulty with resolve. The strength to do what is right even when it's hard, temperance, self-control, moderation in all things, self-discipline over desires, impulses, and emotions. Living within your means and avoiding excess. Why is virtue the sole good? Because it is the only thing that is entirely within your control and cannot be taken from you. Your money can be lost, your health can fail, your reputation can be sullied by gossip, but your commitment to living virtuously, your character, remains yours. When you make virtue your primary pursuit, you are building an inner fortress, a source of enduring satisfaction and peace that is impregnable to external forces. This lesson immediately changes your life by helping you redefine success and happiness. Are you chasing external achievements that bring only fleeting satisfaction? Or are you cultivating the inner qualities that lead to lasting peace, resilience, and true fulfillment? This shift provides powerful Stoic motivation to invest in your character, to become the best version of yourself. Not for external reward, but for the inherent richness and stability it brings to your life. You become intrinsically motivated to live well. Lesson 3. Practice Amor Fati. Love your fate. Fuel your unstoppable growth. Amor Fati. Love of fate. This isn't a passive resignation to whatever happens. It's a radical, active embrace of everything that occurs in your life, good or bad, knowing that it is part of the unfolding of the universe and an opportunity for your personal growth. Think of Marcus Aurelius, who, as emperor, faced immense pressures, betrayals, and devastating plagues. His philosophy was to accept what is given. When something unexpected, challenging, or undesirable happens, a job loss, a relationship ending, a health issue, a significant setback, our natural inclination is often to lament, to resist, to complain, or to wish things were different. Amor Fati compels you to ask, given this situation, how can I make this work for me? What can I learn from this? How can I respond to this with my highest virtues, with courage, with wisdom, with patience, with ingenuity? This mindset immediately transforms suffering into strength, turns obstacles into opportunities, and setbacks into springboards. It's about recognizing that the universe isn't happening to you, but for you, in the sense that every experience, particularly the difficult ones, can serve as a catalyst for your development, strengthening your character and deepening your understanding. This principle provides an incredible source of Stoic motivation to face adversity head-on, not with dread, but with a sense of purpose and an unwavering belief in your capacity to grow stronger from it. It's the ultimate antidote to victimhood. You become an active participant in shaping your response to destiny. Lesson 4. Embrace negative visualization. Premeditatio malorum. Cultivate deep gratitude and robustness. This might sound counterintuitive in an era saturated with manifesting and positive thinking. Yet, premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils, is one of the most powerful and transformative Stoic practices. It involves deliberately contemplating worst-case scenarios, consciously imagining the loss of things you hold dear, a loved one, your health, your possessions, your job, your reputation, your freedom. The purpose is emphatically not to invite negativity or to dwell in fear, quite the opposite. By confronting these potential hardships in your mind, you achieve several immediate benefits. Reduced anxiety. Many fears lose their power when you rationally consider them. You realize that even if the worst were to happen, you likely possess the inner resources, the character, and the ingenuity to cope. The imagined scenario becomes less terrifying than the vague, undefined fear. Increased gratitude. This is the profound, immediate payoff. When you vividly imagine losing what you have, your sight, your ability to walk, the presence of your best friend, your comfortable home, even a simple meal, you suddenly appreciate its current presence with a depth you rarely feel. Your health, your relationships, your simple comforts, they transform from mundane facts into precious gifts. Preparedness. By mentally rehearsing challenges, you can pre-plan your emotional and practical response, making you far more resilient if they actually occur. You build mental calluses before the actual wound. Seneca advised us to rehearse evils. This practice doesn't make you pessimistic. It makes you robustly optimistic because your happiness is not fragile, dependent on perfect circumstances. It's built on a foundation of preparedness and deep, genuine appreciation for what is. This practice provides a profound Stoic motivation to live gratefully and to act proactively to safeguard what matters, understanding its impermanence. You gain immense peace of mind from knowing you are prepared for almost anything. Lesson 5. Live according to nature. Align with your highest rational self. Living according to nature is essential, yet often misunderstood, Stoic tenet. It doesn't mean retreating to a cave, eschewing technology, or living like an animal. For the Stoics, nature primarily refers to human nature, our unique and defining capacity for reason, logic, and rational thought. It means living in alignment with our highest faculties, using our intellect to guide our choices rather than being slaves to irrational impulses, fleeting desires, or societal conditioning. It also means recognizing our place in the larger cosmos, understanding that we are part of an interconnected whole, citizens of the world, and that our individual well-being is intrinsically linked to the well-being of others and the natural order of things. It means acknowledging the natural cycles of life and death, growth and decay, and not fighting against these universal processes. Living according to nature means using your reason to discern what is truly good and bad relative to virtue. 2. Act justly, to manage your emotions effectively, and to accept what you cannot change. It means living authentically, with integrity, in harmony with your rational self and the inherent order of existence, rather than being swayed by superficial trends or irrational passions. This principle provides deep Stoic motivation to cultivate self-awareness, make thoughtful decisions, and align your life with universal principles, leading to a profound sense of inner coherence and peace. You become a truly integrated and purposeful individual. Lesson 6. Differentiate between impressions and judgments. Master your reactions, not just your thoughts. Epictetus, again, provides a key insight. It is not things that disturb us, but our interpretation of their significance. This idea hinges on the crucial distinction between an impression and a judgment. An impression is the raw sensory data, the initial thought, or the objective event that comes into your mind. For example, you receive a critical email, your car gets a flat tire, someone cuts you off in traffic, you feel a twinge in your knee. These are essentially neutral. A judgment is the story you tell yourself about that impression, the meaning you assign to it, the emotional charge you add. For example, this email means my boss hates me and I'm going to be fired. This flat tire has ruined my entire day. That person cutting me off is a complete idiot, and I'm going to teach them a lesson. This twinge in my knee means I have a terrible disease. It is our judgments, our often irrational and unexamined interpretations, that cause us distress, anxiety, anger, or despair, not the impressions themselves. The Stoic practice here is to create a conscious pause, a critical gap between the impression and the judgment, to scrutinize your initial reaction. Ask yourself, is this judgment rational? Is it helpful? Is it based on objective truth, or on fear, ego, or assumption? By withholding assent to unhelpful, irrational, or emotionally charged judgments, you gain immense, immediate control over your emotional state. You learn to observe your thoughts and feelings rather than being swept away by them. This metacognition is incredibly powerful for emotional regulation and provides immense Stoic motivation. To develop mindful awareness, you become the editor of your own internal narrative, choosing peace over reactivity. Lesson 7. Practice memento mori. Remember, you will die. Live with urgent purpose similar to negative visualization. Memento mori. Remember that you will die is often misunderstood as morbid. In reality, it is one of the most profound and effective motivators for living a full, intentional, and meaningful life. Confronting your own mortality, not as a distant abstract concept, but as an undeniable personal reality, clarifies your priorities and injects a profound sense of urgency into your everyday. When you remember that your time on this earth is finite, that every breath is a gift, and that every moment is irreplaceable, trivial concerns often fade away into insignificance. You become immediately more focused on what truly matters: your relationships, your personal growth, the impact you have on the world, and living in alignment with your deepest values. It acts as a powerful deterrent against procrastination, self-pity, and wasted time. It encourages you to stop waiting for someday and to appreciate each day as a precious, non-renewable opportunity. Seneca, one of the great Stoics, urged us to live each day as if it were our last, not in a reckless or hedonistic way, but with intention, mindfulness, and a deep appreciation for the present moment. This practice provides the ultimate Stoic motivation to seize the moment, cultivate deeper connections, pursue your passions, and make a positive impact. Death is not an enemy to be feared. It is a natural and inevitable part of life that gives meaning, urgency, and poignancy to every moment we have. It frees you to truly live. Lesson 8. Understand the nature of preferred indifference, freedom from attachment, not apathy. We've established that virtue is the sole good, and everything else is an indifferent. However, the Stoics were realists, not ascetics. They recognized that, while external things do not contribute to our virtue or inner good, some indifferents are preferred. Things like health, wealth, comfort, education, and good reputation, and some are dispreferred, like sickness, poverty, pain, and ignominy. The crucial understanding here is this: while we can prefer health over sickness and actively pursue it, we must not depend on perfect health for our happiness or peace of mind. We can strive for wealth and work diligently, but if it eludes us or is lost, our inner tranquility should remain undisturbed. We can pursue these preferred indifferents, but we must hold them lightly, with open hands, understanding that they are ultimately outside of our complete control and do not define our worth or inner well-being. This concept allows for practical engagement with the world. You can work hard, pursue ambitious goals, enjoy life's comforts, and strive for success, but with the wisdom that your deepest well-being and sense of self are contingent upon these external circumstances. This nuanced understanding provides powerful Stoic motivation to engage with life purposefully and enjoy its offerings, yet simultaneously cultivate an inner detachment that protects you from the inevitable disappointments and losses. It's about wise action without crippling attachment to outcomes. Lesson 9. Take action and be disciplined. Your daily practice of excellence and self-mastery Stoicism is often mistakenly perceived as a philosophy of passive resignation, of simply enduring whatever comes. In reality, it is a philosophy of vigorous action, of ethical engagement with the world, and of relentless self-discipline. Once you've clearly identified what is within your control, your judgments and actions, the Stoics demand that you act virtuously, diligently, and with full commitment. This means putting in the work, striving for excellence in your chosen field, fulfilling your duties and responsibilities, and engaging with the world purposefully. It means practicing unwavering self-control over your desires and impulses, training your mind to focus on what matters, and consistently working on building your character day by day. This isn't about punishment or self-deprivation. It's about freedom from being tossed about by every whim, every external stimulus, every fleeting craving. Discipline, in the Stoic sense, is the consistent, conscious effort to align your actions with your values, to build good habits, and to live deliberately rather than reactively. It's the practical application of your philosophical understanding. This unwavering commitment to action and self-mastery provides immense Stoic motivation to pursue your goals with integrity, to overcome procrastination, and to continually improve yourself. The Stoic ideal is an active, engaged life, lived with purpose, effectiveness, and unyielding integrity. You become the master of your own ship. Lesson 10. Practice gratitude, the pathway to immediate inner abundance. While the term gratitude, as a standalone practice, might sound modern, its essence is deeply embedded in Stoic philosophy, particularly through practices like negative visualization and focusing on what is within control. When you regularly contemplate the potential loss of what you have, as in premeditatio malorum, you can't help but feel an immediate and profound sense of appreciation for its current presence. By consciously directing your attention to the present moment and deliberately acknowledging the things that are good in your life, the simple fact of being alive, the warmth of the sun on your skin, the taste of food, the comfort of shelter, the presence of loved ones, the opportunity to learn and grow, you cultivate a mindset of abundance rather than lack. Stoicism teaches us that true contentment comes not from acquiring more, but from desiring less and deeply appreciating what is already there. It's about finding joy in the ordinary, seeing the miraculous in the mundane, and being grateful for the opportunities to exercise virtue even amidst challenges. This consistent practice provides powerful Stoic motivation to reframe your perspective, seeing the immense richness in your current life, regardless of its external circumstances. A grateful mind is inherently a peaceful, resilient, and motivated mind. It creates happiness from within. Lesson 11. Embrace discomfort and hardship. Forge your unbreakable resilience. Stoics were not afraid of discomfort. They actively sought it out as a rigorous form of mental and spiritual training. Seneca, for instance, famously recommended periodically practicing voluntary poverty, eating simple food, sleeping on the floor, enduring cold, or living without common conveniences. The purpose was not self-flagellation or punishment, but to inoculate oneself against the fear of hardship and to build robust resilience. By deliberately exposing yourself to minor discomforts, both physical and mental, you build a profound sense of inner strength. You quickly realize that you are far more capable and resilient than you often give yourself credit for, and that many of the things you fear losing or experiencing are as terrible or debilitating as your imagination makes them out to be. This practice builds mental calluses, preparing you for life's inevitable blows. When you proactively choose to step outside your comfort zone, to embrace a challenge, or to endure a temporary hardship, you train yourself to be comfortable with discomfort. This prepares you for the unavoidable adversities of life, making you less brittle, less susceptible to external shocks, and far more adaptable. This provides immense Stoic motivation to face challenges, knowing that every single difficulty, willingly embraced, builds a stronger, more capable, and ultimately freer version of yourself. You become truly antifragile. You gain from disorder. Lesson 12. Remember the social duty, cosmopolitanism. Live for the greater good. While much of Stoicism emphasizes individual inner peace and self-mastery, it is far from a selfish or isolationist philosophy. On the contrary, the Stoics were profound proponents of cosmopolitanism, the revolutionary idea that we are all citizens of the world, interconnected, and fundamentally part of one universal community. They believed that our rationality, our capacity for reason, is shared with all other human beings, and this shared nature creates an inherent bond and a fundamental responsibility to each other. Marcus Aurelius, as the most powerful man in the world, constantly reminded himself of his duty to serve not only the Roman state, but all of humanity. This means acting with unwavering justice, showing empathy and compassion for others, offering help when possible, and contributing positively to your community, your nation, and the wider world. It means recognizing that your individual flourishing is inextricably linked to the flourishing of humanity as a whole. Living virtuously, therefore, includes acting with kindness, fairness, generosity, and a deep sense of shared humanity. It's about being a good family member, a good friend, a good colleague, a good neighbor, and an engaged citizen of the world. This outward-looking perspective provides profound Stoic motivation to act with purpose beyond yourself, to contribute meaningfully, and to embody the highest ideals of human cooperation and benevolence. You find deeper meaning by serving something larger than yourself. Your journey begins now. Activate your Stoic motivation for immediate change. There you have it, 12 profound, actionable Stoic lessons that are not just ancient ideas, but powerful, practical tools that can immediately infuse your life with a deep, enduring sense of Stoic motivation and bring about remarkable, positive change. Let's quickly recap these pillars of Stoic living one final time. Understand the dichotomy of control. Master your inner world by focusing only on what's truly within your power. Focus on virtue as the sole good. Cultivate unshakable character through wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. Practice Amor Fati. Love your fate. Embrace everything that happens as an opportunity for growth. Embrace negative visualization. Contemplate potential loss to cultivate profound gratitude and build mental toughness. Live according to nature. Align your life with reason, your highest self, and the natural order. Differentiate between impressions and judgments. Control your interpretations, not just your initial thoughts or external events. Practice memento mori. Remember your mortality to live with urgent purpose and intention. Understand preferred indifference. Pursue external goods lightly, without attachment or dependence for your happiness. Take action and be disciplined. Work diligently, cultivate self-control, and practice excellence daily. Practice gratitude. Discover immediate abundance and contentment in the present moment. Embrace discomfort and hardship. Forge your unbreakable resilience through voluntary challenge. Remember the social duty. Contribute to the common good and your fellow humans. These aren't abstract philosophical debates. They are practices to be embodied, mental models to be applied, and daily exercises to be integrated into the fabric of your life. Stoicism is a philosophy for living, a continuous journey of self-awareness, discipline, and intentional action. It's not about achieving perfection, but about consistent, daily progress. I urge you to start small. Don't try to implement all 12 lessons at once. Pick one or two of these lessons that resonate most deeply with your current challenges or aspirations. Perhaps you start by consciously observing your judgments throughout the day, or by taking a few minutes each morning to practice negative visualization. Notice how your perspective shifts. Observe how your reactions change. The immediate impact, the surge of clarity, calm, and Stoic motivation might truly surprise you. In a world that constantly pulls us in different directions, that bombards us with anxieties and desires, The Stoic path offers a reliable compass, an inner anchor. It provides the timeless tools to navigate chaos with unshakable calm, to face adversity with profound courage, and to live a life of deep meaning, purpose, and genuine fulfillment, regardless of external circumstances. It empowers you to be the architect of your own well-being, to find your drive from within, and to live a life truly worth living. Thank you for joining me on this powerful exploration of Stoic wisdom. I genuinely encourage you to delve deeper, to read the original texts of these incredible thinkers. Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, Seneca's Letters, Epictetus's Discourses, and most importantly, to put these timeless lessons into practice. Your life has the potential to be profoundly and immediately changed for the better. What's one Stoic lesson you're going to apply today to spark your motivation and begin your transformation? Share your thoughts and reflections.